'cause your opinion don't matter. It's a maniac.
Don't call it a comeback. We're back. This is the rope break.
And better than ever.
Better than ever. I am your host, the Beast from the Northeast. And I'm going with that nickname because I came up with that months ago, and I like it. Even my phone calls me that.
No, I think you should be called poor motherfucker who can't afford internet.
That is the reason why we haven't done a show for months. Is because I have not had internet for, it's been 5 or 6 months. It's been 5 or 6 long months.
Yeah, I don't even know how you're alive.
I don't know either. I feel like a caveman. I feel like I'm Daniel Bryan or something like that. Sadly, I should like have a lot less weight on me at this point, but I really haven't lost any weight, so that sucks.
Great.
All right, so we're back. Here's the thing. Because I haven't had internet, I also haven't had cable. So I haven't been watching Raw for the last 5 months. So what we're going to do...
But you've kept up on it with the internet.
I've kept up with it, yeah. Through talking with you, Eric, and through going over to a buddy's house that uses my WWE Network pass. So it's like I deserve to go over there, was watching the pay-per-views. So I did watch the pay-per-views, except for which one was just on? It was Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one, but during work, I actually was able to hop onto Apple TV and watch some of the main matches. So we can talk about that a little bit. But we're going to get into WrestleMania first, because I've been using my phone as the internet, basically. And multiple times after WrestleMania, people would post stuff on Facebook, and they would talk about how great some of the matches were. And I felt like I lived in Canada, because I felt like this was opposite day every single time. I'm going to just say it right now. WrestleMania wasn't good. Like, if people think WrestleMania was good, I feel that's the result of what the WWE has done to us. Our expectations are under the ground right now, folks, if we're going to say that was a good show, honestly. Like, if you think that was a good show, you have to either be drinking the WWE Kool-Aid completely and utterly. You have to be a fan of the last, I'd say, 2 to 3 years of this business, or you're just a freaking moron. That's all there is.
Well, and I think a lot of that is a lot of the main matches, none of those guys are elite wrestlers.
No, yeah, and you know what?
And the first 2 matches of the night had the best wrestlers in it, and the first match of the night was the damn ladder match that had, so they're not going to really show off wrestling skills in the ladder match.
No, I feel like it's now turned into just one of those events. Like, it's not really anymore.
Yeah, like, oh, you were a big name 3 years ago,
yeah,
or 6 years ago, or 10 years ago. You're gonna wrestle for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we still have Taker wrestling, and now we kind of have Triple H being Taker Part 2 in these shows when he's not facing Taker. It's like they're both still an event attraction on the show. And it's like,
yeah, and that's Triple H has said that's how he views himself now.
Yeah.
Triple H is an event attraction, Undertaker event attraction, and I get that. Brock Lesnar, same thing, totally get it. But it's
that brings me up. It's crazy because we haven't been able to do this show for so long. So even just talking in this last minute, so many thoughts of what I wanted to talk about, I haven't been able to talk about. And we can't talk about all this stuff right now just because
let's just touch on the main ones.
We don't have 3 hours for the show, and that's what I want to do right now because it's like even you talking about the attraction, talking about Brock Lesnar and everything. It's like I want to talk more about that because that's horse crap.
Well, okay, all right. Well, we'll just go into it quickly. What was your favorite?
No. What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about WrestleMania. We're gonna maybe say that for
what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were talking about going into the other stuff.
No.
Okay.
I'm like asking you what your favorite match was of Mania.
Oh, okay. Of Mania? I mean, obviously, it's how am I going to say this? It's a Randy Orton match.
Yeah, Orton and Rollins was probably the best actual match.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was that great, but it was good.
No, it wasn't that great. It's just that it was. I don't know. First of all, that ending is the best ending to a Randy Orton match. Like that is the best RKO
you know what?
ever.
No, you know what? I found one that was better, and you probably don't remember. It was from a Raw.
Evan Bourne.
And Evan Bourne did his thing in Orton.
I know. That's. I think this. Yeah, and you know what? Before this, that was my favorite RKO until this night. I think that RKO was just. I don't mark out for wrestling because there's really not really any reason to ever. But I marked out for that. Like that literally was awesome to me. So that was my favorite match. What was your favorite? What was your least favorite match?
My least favorite match, probably Bray and Undertaker, just because.
That's the match that's coming out to me. I'm gonna just real quick look at the WrestleMania.
Bray got hurt like that afternoon.
Yeah.
He turned his ankle, so he wasn't at 100%. And Undertaker just can't carry. He can't really do anything anymore. It's time for Undertaker to call it a day. I mean, I think he's going to end up wrestling next year just because it's in Texas.
It's been time for he had that good match with Triple H inside the cell, but I think that was more so the atmosphere and it being in a cell. And you having the element of Shawn Michaels also in that match. I would have loved for Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, the first match. I mean, the second match was still good. So either way. But I would have loved for when Shawn got retired, I would have loved for Taker just to finally be retired as well there. Because Taker has... My view on The Undertaker has made me angry with The Undertaker. Like, I literally... When people talk to me about The Undertaker, I get physically angry of my thoughts about Taker because I hate The Undertaker now.
But I'm going to say this, I don't think it's him. I think that's Vince McMahon and Triple H. Oh, man, we need you. And he is so loyal to WWE, he's like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, you're right.
I know it. I know I'm right. I'm always right.
Oh, now we're always right. We're getting cocky for the first show back, huh?
You know it is. Vince and Triple H, hey, Taker, we need you for Mania, man. We need you. And he probably knows his body's like, man, I can't do this anymore. But he's so loyal to Vince and WWE, he's like, all right, I got to do it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, to me, Undertaker should have retired like a long time ago. Like, we're talking like 10 years ago in my book. But from that time to now, we've seen shades of The Undertaker that were passable. And like I said, like those matches with Shawn Michaels, that is...
Yeah, this is like...
That's some of the best WrestleMania matches of all time, is those matches.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, this is getting to be like watching Hogan and Flair at their end.
But he was in such good shape.
Yeah.
He was in crazy good shape. So I give him credit for that.
Yeah, but he's just too old, couldn't hold it anymore. Like, I thought that match would be a lot better, and it wasn't.
No, it was like that. It was like that Triple H Taker match where it's like they just like fast forwarded like 15 minutes ahead.
Yeah,
like Taker looked horrible, and Bray didn't look great either.
Yeah, but that's because he was hurt.
Yeah, and have Bray lose in that match, which is even dumber.
Yeah, and then Cena Rusev was okay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the show is that there was a lot of matches that were okay.
And then Sting and Triple H, I think, was overbooked with all the extra stuff.
Oh, of course it was overbooked. But you know what? That's part of the fun of it. I mean,
and then,
the match itself sucked. It was horrible. But
and then you texted me every 2 minutes, oh my God, you see Triple H's entrance, how amazing, how cool.
For what?
Triple H's entrance, how you were marking out like a little girl.
Oh, hell no. That must have been someone else, because I was not marking out. Oh, my gosh. Talk about freaking RoboCop crap on that one. Jeez. I was like, what the heck is it? Like, I thought, what was it? The guy that stumbles for WCW. Through the,
yeah.
I thought he was going to come through the crowd or something. Like, gosh, that was horrible. Oh, I hated that so much.
Yeah, but I mean, and then obviously you have the main event. What'd you think of the main event? With Seth
you know what? It's like, this is another thing. People online, when, like, right after the show, they were talking about how great the Taker Bray Wyatt match was. You guys are morons. It wasn't. The other thing that people were talking about was how great that main event was. Breaking news. It wasn't good.
No, it was another typical Brock just dominates whoever he faces, throws him around, and that person doesn't get any offense in, and I'm getting tired of it. I can't stand watching that crap anymore. I get that's what Brock Lesnar is and what they've built him up to be. That's great and all, but it's boring as hell. Like, the John Cena Brock, like, 16 suplex and pin him, like, I'm like, really? I would be absolutely pissed if I paid $60 to see that. Or if I would have, how would you have liked to have been the jerk off that sits in row 1 and spent $3,000 or $4 or $5,000 on front row seats to see that? You know, your favorite wrestler is John Cena.
Yeah, but at least you got a chair.
And you spent $5,000. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
$6,000 chair. No, I mean, the thing about that main event is that Seth coming out was awesome, and that is by far going to be one of, like, a great WrestleMania moment. Take away that small moment, like, not even him doing anything in there, just you seeing him come down and everything, you getting excited because you know what's about to happen. Take away that moment, you don't remember that match. Like, that is not a WrestleMania main event match.
I remember Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah. That's what you remember. You remember Suplex City, bitch. That is what you remember. And I love it because the King just says Suplex City. It's like, no, King, he said something else too. But yeah, I thought WrestleMania was, I thought after I saw it for the first time, I had to watch it maybe again to really grasp it, but you really don't. It was just not a good show. And it's like, my thing about professional wrestling is I'm so sick and tired. You know what it is? It's like wrestling fans are like Cleveland Browns fans. Our expectations are so incredibly low that if we do even something average, even below average a little bit, we think that's great. And it's like, no, it's not great. The show sucked. And it's like, God, I'm just so sick of these fanboys and these marks and these people that think that the show was good. It wasn't.
Nope.
Oh, all right. That was bottled in for months.
I see. That's why I let you go.
Thank you. All right. So just real quickly, after WrestleMania, where did you see the state of the WWE? Like, where did you see it going in the future, going forward?
I don't know, because I thought with Daniel Bryan coming back, okay, maybe things will pick up again.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously that hasn't happened now. He's probably done for his career.
Yeah, he really could be. That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate.
And you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
They were going to rush him back, and he was going to get hurt. You already knew it.
Yeah. Especially after the whole Punk debacle, like, you just know what they're doing now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
I think it's still... I think it was nice that, you know, Seth was the champion, so we have a young guy. Yeah. I like that. I mean, we're developing new stars again. Roman and Seth and all that.
Let's talk about Roman for a second. So, Roman goes into the show, and Roman is... He basically has a black cloud over him going into the show. Mm-hmm. What do you think, and I think it is getting better, just of seeing things online and watching clips here and there and seeing what they're doing with him, and then watching that Extreme Rules match with him and Big Show. I think things are getting better. And I think it was a really hard uphill battle, but I think he's starting to get...
Yeah, because his I told you, his match at Extreme Rules with Big Show was awesome.
It really was.
It was entertaining as hell.
It was. It definitely was. I can't deny that.
And I never say that about a Big Show match.
No, that's like a kind of thing where you say, like, said no one ever. But it really was. It really was a great match. I loved it.
It was the best match of the night.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting because of that black cloud that he got, and no one was giving him a shot at WrestleMania. But I think
we need to wait till SummerSlam and then talk about that.
Yeah. Another thing that I took away from WrestleMania again was just Bray Wyatt. Like, how many times are they going to put him against a big name at supposedly the biggest year or the biggest show of the year, and then come up short every time? Like, for these people that are done or old, or it's like they have nothing to gain really from beating him. Like Cena, I can see, but still I didn't agree with. Taker, I can't see. I don't agree with it. It makes no sense to me. Especially
they need to. What does Bray have to gain right now facing Ryback?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Like unless, and I have been away for a bit, but I don't think I've seen anywhere that Ryback is now hot shit again.
Yeah, and like they're trying to make Bray Wyatt this evil person again, and like he's the most evil man. Like, have him do something. Have him attack the Authority. Have him do something.
Yeah,
like have him be against everybody, faces, heels, tweeners, whoever. Just have Bray Wyatt just be this like sick, sadistic, mind until and just build him.
Yeah. Yeah, I when you were telling me the card, I was like, wait, what? Ryback and him? Like, that makes no sense to me.
He was cutting promos on him, and he like never mentioned the name, so people were trying to guess who he was talking about.
Okay.
And it ended up being Ryback.
Oh gosh, it's like I don't know how many chances they're going to really give Ryback. I mean, at some point you got to just cut your losses. Like when Ryback first came on the scene.
I just remembered CM Punk and his Ryback impression. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dumb as fuck.
I'm sorry.
I just remember that.
It's like someone should get like an Eeyore body and put Ryback's face on it.
I'm sorry, I'm dumb as fuck. That's great.
Oh, yeah. All I was saying is that when he first came on the scene, I was a fan of Ryback. Actually, I thought he could be something, but he can't, and he's never going to get over. All right, so let's go into
We're pushing in here.
What?
I said we're already like halfway.
Yeah, I know. All right, so this Sunday is going to be another pay-per-view, and I get to actually watch it in my home. I'm excited.
Nice.
So let's get into what we think of this show, because this show actually is intriguing.
Yep.
Which surprised me. I was actually looking through the card today, and I saw like 2 out of 3 Falls tag team matches and just matchups that were actually pretty interesting. So I'm actually like taking away the whole Ryback crap. It actually seems like it's going to be a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it.
Yeah, the kickoff match. Might as well talk about that.
All right, yeah.
Which is the Ascension versus Damian Sandow and Curtis Axel, the new tag team.
Now, has the Ascension gotten better? I know, like, from their debut night, like, they got ridiculed hardcore, and they just kept getting, like, more and more ridiculed. Have they gotten better?
Honestly, I haven't, like I said, I haven't really paid that much attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they're just being underused. Like, they're hardly used. Like, I think now, like, they're more focused on Cesaro and Kid and the New Day, and I think they're more focused on those teams. I think these guys are like kind of like an afterthought now.
Okay. Yeah, this match is kind of like a... And
they were pushing the Lucha Dragons really hard there for a while too, but like I haven't seen them in a couple weeks either, so I don't know what happened with them.
Okay, so they put the Luchas on primetime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
And they were really hot, and they were like winning like all their matches, kind of like how all the NXT guys do when they come up. But yeah.
Yeah, but to me, this match is kind of just a shit show, really. I mean, you have the Ascension that was thrown in there from NXT that have never really gotten on steady ground. like from night one.
And two guys they don't know what the hell to do.
And then you have Damian Sandow, who the last couple months has been.
Yeah, I don't know if you see it there, but they're calling him Macho Man now.
Yeah, I see that now. So
he dressed up as him.
Yeah, which is kind of cool, especially with Axel doing like the Hulkamania stuff. So yeah. I get it. They're like the Mega Powers reunite and stuff. Whatever. That's kind of cute. But yeah. So like Sandow's been kind of just like.
He was so hot coming out of that Miz thing.
Yeah.
And now he's just right back to where he was pretty much.
It's like
put him in like God, I go back to this and I tell you this, like he had a feud with Sheamus, like when Sheamus was like the world champion, I think.
Yeah.
Or it was close to it or something. And they had a great feud. And, like, Sandow was great back then. I missed that, like, his first gimmick when he started making fun of the fans and stuff. Like, I missed that. He was great as that. Like, proving how much smarter he was than everybody else.
Yeah, it was hot. Like, he even did stuff like when they did the DX reunite, like, when they were coming back and everything. The reuniting of them. He was even brought into the middle of that as just like a punchline or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what to do with him at this point. I mean,
well, I think it's WWE doesn't know what to do with him. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he knows what to do, but excuse me, he's talented and he can do it. They just don't give him anything. They give him stupid stuff. He's like the new Santino.
Yeah.
He's the new comedy.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It is ridiculous, but all right. So, anyways, on to this match. Who do you see winning? Because I honestly, at this point, I see them all four like going into the middle of the ring and all butting heads. Then they all fall down and there's a 10 count and the match is over. Like that's how much anyone could even care about this match right now.
I think the Ascension will win just because they need to do something with them and get them going.
They need something. Like,
yes.
in NXT, they were one of the biggest features of NXT that made NXT that. So they do need this. And Curtis Axel needs to get his pink slip, and Macho Mandow is how we're calling him now, needs anything. He needs a lifeboat. All right, so then we have the women's match. We're not going to spend much time on this. Naomi and Tamina versus the Bella Twins.
Yeah, Naomi's turned heel pretty much.
Oh,
you
has
probably
she?
haven't seen that.
Oh,
she's like...
How'd that happen?
Just she was tired of, being, the typical tired of not winning and not being appreciated and all that, so she started attacking the Bellas. She attacked Paige. That's why Paige hasn't been on. She's been injured because Naomi attacked her. Just that, and now she hired Tamina as her security guard or backup or whatever.
Okay.
So Naomi's a heel now and doing heel stuff.
Well, you know what, and I'm okay with that because I really do. Weird. It's really weird, but I really have bought into Naomi. She has impressed me a lot more with her.
She's the most athletic diva they got.
Yeah, so she's getting over in a sense, as far as women can get over right now. That's not a sexist thing. It's just, let's be honest. Like, the women's division is
and I'll tell you what, like
now.
the Bellas thing, it still drives me crazy. Like, 1 month she's like her slave and mean and to her, and then now all of a sudden, with no explanation, they're best friends again. And
yeah, that was really done horribly.
Yeah, like that whole turn was
from the beginning. That was done so stupid. So
yeah, they dropped the ball on that one,
completely. And I don't really care for the Bellas to begin with, but that was dumb.
I like Nikki's tits. Sorry, John. If you even listen.
Oh, yeah. We'll tweet at John Cena. Let's see if we get anything from him. That would be great.
Hashtag Nikki's tits.
So. Gosh.
Oh shit, that'd be great.
So glad my fiance is not doing this right now. She'd be looking over, giving me the death stare. So as far as the match goes, who cares?
I'll go I'll go with Naomi and Tamina to win, like, cheating or something, like grab their tights or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I will play devil's advocate and say the Bella Twins, even though I don't care.
You'll be making a snack.
Yeah, I will. I'll be getting a PB and J while this match is going on. Just to end on this thing, Tamina, hands down, one of the ugliest women I've ever seen. That's all I have to say about her. Like, she is absolutely worthless in the WWE.
How quickly you forget Luna from the Attitude Era, and how about your Nicole Bass?
Okay, fair enough. You know what?
Thank you.
She's getting. If you look at that face, that bone structure, that is very Nicole Bass-like. All right. Now we go to King Barrett. I did see the King of the Ring, the finals. So I thought that was they did really well. Neville's impressed me. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly. It's going to be interesting to see in the next couple months with Neville because of his size and everything, and he's in the land of the giants. I mean, there is smaller guys sprinkled in, but it is going to be interesting to see what they actually do with him. As far as this match goes,
this is hard to pick a winner.
It is hard. You know what I think, though? I'm going to go with Neville because I think that they gave Barrett the King of the Ring, and I think they still want I think they didn't really know who to go with there, and I think they're going to now shine on Neville a bit. So I think it's going to be a really good match, honestly. But I'm going to go with Neville.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you because I think both will end up being in the Elimination Chamber match, and maybe that's where Wade will go over.
Okay, yeah.
And that'll make Neville a more true contender to be in that match because he beat Barrett.
Yeah.
So I'll go with that.
Yeah, this should be, I mean, just looking at the card, this is definitely going to be one of the top matches, I think, of the night.
Yeah, this is using smart logic, but WWE logic will have Great Khali return and take both out.
Don't say that. That's been rumored. You can't even say that. If he comes back on my television set for like the first time that I get to watch wrestling again, I'm going to cry.
Maybe what they should do is have Khali versus Big Show and have Big Show turn face again for the 37th time.
That would be great. You wouldn't see it coming. Yeah. Okay, so Ziggler and Sheamus, or how I like to think of Sheamus now. He's kind of like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean with a ridiculous mohawk. If I couldn't hate if I already hated Sheamus so much, I despise Sheamus just because of what he's done to his.
Well, that's what he's trying to do now as a heel, make you despise him and hate him.
But I don't think that's not. I think he's supposed to be heel-like.
He's a heel. He's definitely heel.
His face just bothers me now. It's like in Step Brothers where that one guy's like, you know what, I like you, but you got to change your face. Something about your face, you just got to change it. And I just hate Sheamus's face now.
Should we put the blue dot over his face like Please. They wanted to do Christian?
Please. That would be brilliant.
Well, last month, Dolph won the Kiss My Ass match, and
my arch.
And Sheamus ended up beating him up in the end and making him kiss his own ass. So I'm gonna go with WWE logic on this one and put their fanboy over Sheamus. So I think Sheamus will end up winning.
Now, for their Extreme Rules match, did you like their match?
It was solid. Like, I've seen them do better work. Like, there was that one, I think it was Royal Rumble or SummerSlam match they had at the start, and it was fantastic, but it wasn't anything close to that, no. But it was solid. It wasn't like I was entertained.
So
because it's mainly because it's Dolph.
So you're saying it was WrestleMania 31 good? Because it was average, right?
It was Macho Man Steamboat good.
Oh man, those are fighting words. I'll go with Ziggler just because I despise Sheamus.
That's a good reason.
My hope for this match is that Sheamus literally breaks a leg, and they have no choice to have Ziggler go over, and then Sheamus is just gone from the company. That's my hope. Okay, so the tag team champions, the New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, 2 out of 3 falls match. This could be a really good match, or it could be a really horrible match.
Well, their last match at the last pay-per-view was really good.
Yeah.
And I liked how it ended and stuff. They're pushing New Day like they should be.
Yeah.
It's a new group, and I give
good
them
job with it, honestly.
I give them credit for sticking with it and giving these guys a shot because all 3 of them are pretty talented.
Yeah, and then they obviously didn't go the route that they should have gone, because they're a PG era company now. This.
See, what I would have liked to. Well, I guess they kind of do it, but how they did Triple Threat back in the day. I would like to see more of that, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they should have gone the route of just making them complete and utter heels. If they would have done like the whole Nation of Domination kind of thing, especially with all of the riots and the black versus white thing going on right now, they really could have made them a super heel team. And they if they really wanted to drive it home, it would have been amazing. Obviously they can't do that though. But they could, but they're not going to.
Yeah, I'll say New Day's will win because it's too early for them to drop it.
Yeah, I wouldn't drop it this early. When did they win? When did they win?
They might drop it at Elimination Chamber.
Was it Mania?
Though, when there's
no, it wasn't even Mania, right?
They won it at Extreme Rules.
They won at Extreme Rules. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because the Mania match, that was. You know what? That actually pissed me off about that because they for that pre-show match, they did a really good job. That match was really good.
Yeah, it was the 4 teams and Cesaro.
Yeah, so I'll go New Day too. But this match should be really good. I basically like everyone from New Day, and
I love Cesaro and Kidd, by the way.
Yeah.
I love them as a team. It's about time Tyson Kidd got on TV because his stuff on NXT, we've talked about it many times, was just really, really, really good. And it's about time he's getting his chance. I'm hoping him and Cesaro actually become something pretty good. These guys could be as good as Cesaro and Swagger were.
Yeah, no. You put those two together, and that's an amazing tag team. And you have the New Day, and you throw other teams in there. You really could have a good division again.
Yeah, I've become a Tyson Kidd fan now, and
I've been there since day one.
Yep, I give you the credit on that. You have. And
are they still chanting Natty's husband for him?
No,
okay.
No.
So they're actually giving him respect now.
Yeah, and I like how, or I don't like how he hasn't been given a singles run ever. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Him versus Dolph for the Intercontinental title or something would be I would cream in my panties.
That would be an awesome match. But yeah, so New Day on this one, but either way with a 2 out of 3 falls match, I'm hoping, the tag team enthusiast in me is hoping that this match is the match of the night, honestly.
It probably will be.
Okay, Rusev and Cena. So this feud has been going on for a while now. I have been watching all the matches at least their main matches at the pay-per-view. So I feel like the feud's gone. It's gone well.
This will be the last of it.
Yes, it will be. With this being an I Quit match, which I love because this is kind of old school, where you had a long feud and then you ended it with an I Quit match or Last Man Standing, something like that, Steel Cage, something to actually have a final kind of match. So this is going to be good. It's going to be fun to watch. I think these two.
I hope it's better than the Extreme Rules match because the Extreme Rules match bored me.
Yeah, I watched it. It did bore me. The WrestleMania match was good. It was probably top 3 matches of the night. Yep. Not saying much, I guess, when you look at the card. But
it was solid because Cena brought it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Rusev, I'll be honest, I didn't really give Rusev too much credit. But he's established himself more and more in the last couple of months. And yep. His matches aren't bad. I still would have loved to had a final really good 20-minute match of him and Swagger. I thought those two really matched well together. But Cena and Rusev are doing a good job, and I'm actually excited about seeing this match.
Yeah, I am too. It should be a pretty good match. It should be better than the second one. I'm hoping better than the Mania match, but probably about the same, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I had high expectations for the last match because of the WrestleMania match, so it kind of let me down. But I am looking forward to this one. I'm pretty much going to go with the rumors that are out there that Lana is going to turn on Rusev and Cena will win from that. So I'm going to go with that. Like they were saying, Lana might throw in the towel and make Rusev quit.
Okay, that's so kind of like Owen Hart, Bret Hart style.
Yes, and Lana will turn face because she's been getting the face reaction. Like
yeah, and I know like Vince is super high on her now, saying like she's like going to be the new Sunny possibly and stuff like that. So we'll see. Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see her go from what she's trying to be with like Russian to American.
Yeah, and that'll be cool because the art of the manager has been lost in WWE and wrestling pretty much for years.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they actually get back into that. Like, it really didn't start coming back until Zeb Coulter came in, and Zeb Coulter actually, kind of brought it back to life a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the art of a manager is incredible if done right. And it's like it was something that was just completely neglected. Speaking
of that, I haven't watched it before. I would love to watch the Bobby Heenan documentary. It's probably pretty good.
Oh, you know what? I would too. Is it on the network?
I don't know. I just remember they made a DVD.
Yeah, they did. I wonder if it is on the network. Yeah, I would like to watch that actually. Could even do a review of that sometime for the show.
Sure.
So you're gonna go with Cena. I'm gonna go with Cena just based off of not even that because I didn't even remember about that kind of stuff, but just I still think they're gonna have Cena go strong, holding the U.S. title for a little bit. Yeah, but we'll see where they take Rusev after that. Oh man, we should have talked about this before. Ryback versus Bray Wyatt. Ugh.
Yeah, I really don't have high expectations for this match, which could be a good thing because they might surprise me. So I'm hoping for that.
What's the over-under on 10 minutes?
I think it'll probably go like 11 or 12.
I'm going to say 7.5 minutes.
Okay. And I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt because there's no way Ryback deserves to win this. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go with Ryback. No, I'm just joking. There is no possible way Ryback wins this match. The only way Ryback wins this match is
because they have. I'm like I think if Bray loses this, they completely destroy him, and he loses.
Well, my thought process is the only way Bray can actually lose this match is if there was something higher planned. And interference going against Bray. That's the only possible way. Ryback is lucky for even getting to be in the same room with Bray Wyatt at this point in his career.
Okay.
And then
I think the main event, right?
Yeah, I think it's the main event. Wow, it's weird. They have that one second to last. So the main event, which I was really surprised to see this. I was really surprised to see that Dean's actually going to be in the main event.
Yeah, which is good because when the whole Rollins and Dean when they first he turned, that's where the feud went, and Dean was trying his best to get at him, and then Dean hit the brick wall of Bray Wyatt, and that whole stopped it. Like, everyone forgot about the Shield breaking up and Dean wanting Rollins so bad.
Yeah.
So, I like it for that fact that we'll get to see Rollins and Dean going at it again. You got Roman.
See all of them go at it, which to me is awesome.
Yeah.
I know there's speculation of maybe them coming back together, but I really don't see that.
Yeah. And the stipulation is if Rollins doesn't win, Kane's fired from the Authority.
Which makes me believe that Rollins may lose this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And I think maybe even Kane might cost him the title, and he'll just fire himself from the Authority because I think he's kind of tired of the Authority. I would love to see Ambrose pull it off, but I don't think it'll happen. I am going to say Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, I'm going to say, just because you said Roman, just to be kind of devil's advocate, I'm going to say Orton. I would love for Dean to be at that level, but he's just, I don't know. There's just something about him where I can't really buy him in that.
He hasn't had a big feud with somebody yet.
No.
Bray is his biggest feud so far as a singles competitor.
And I could see like Kane interfering and then Roman getting the pinfall or something, but I just feel that that's too cheap. And I feel like they would do Roman better than that. So I really think, especially going back to the Extreme Rules match with Seth and Orton, and then before that even with the WrestleMania match between them with nothing on the line, I could definitely see Orton stealing one here. So I'm gonna go with Orton, and that would piss off a lot of people, I'm sure, if Orton did win it, just because so many people were.
Well, but he's been pretty. I mean, he's been getting a good face reaction since he's gotten back.
Oh yeah, I get that,
which is surprising because when he was face last time, he was just getting the boring chance.
Yeah, well, and I mean, he has. It's not like he's reinvented himself. He's changed himself up a bit to be a little bit not as boring. But I mean, it's still Randy. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with him to take it. But the true wild card in it, I think, is gonna be Dean. And I'm most excited to actually see Dean in this match.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right. So I think that will be a good match. So make sure you watch it. Yeah. All right. So there's two topics outside of this that we wanted to bring up.
Yeah, let's try and keep them quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you still want to bring them up?
Save them for next episode. We could save them.
You know what? Let's bring them up real quick.
Or do one and save the other.
Well, I feel one of them is going to be real quick, so we'll bring that up real quick.
Right.
I'm actually taping TNA tonight. So it'll be.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So it'll be. It's a completely different show, because I have watched little clips online here and there about it and stuff like that. But your good buddy Justin LaBar posted an article. I think it was today or in the last couple of days, asking what, if anything, can save TNA at this point. And they're on Destination America. They have their main guys keep leaving. They're offering big contracts to people, but they're offering contracts to people that don't deserve it. I mean, it's literally
Robbie E, baby.
Yeah. So, in short, is there really anything that can save TNA at this point to you?
CM Punk signing with TNA.
Yeah.
That's it. Or Daniel Bryan, or like, yeah, I think that would be like the only two things I could ever see.
I think the only, like, and I pretty much agree with that. The only thing that I can even compare it to is when Nash and Hall came over to WCW. They would need that.
like they would have to have like the Shield,
yes, exactly.
all like leave the WWE right now and go sign with TNA.
Like they would have had to have a blunder with certain contracts of young guys that they didn't expect to hit it but are. Like you would have to see like Seth and Roman walk into those doors.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen because WWE is so much bigger than they were back then.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not going to happen.
I mean, I hope they will, but I really don't think anything can be saved at this point.
I'm shocked that TNA has even lasted this long.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, I really didn't think they were going to get on Destination America. Oddly enough, I get Destination America, so it'll be. I'm a little excited. I probably won't be after I watch the show, but right now I am just because I haven't watched it in such a long time. I know just seeing things online, like what's going on and everything, and it seems like some people are coming back. Like I've seen Mickie James back, and
Bully Ray just
came back. So you know, I'll never be a fan of who was it that was facing
Lashley?
Yeah, Lashley. I'll never be a fan of Lashley. I think he's garbage. So, but yeah. So I figured that would be short. And then the other thing I just wanted to bring up would be rumors keep coming up, even so much as that one guy on Reddit who does the predictions and predicts like everything correct is now saying that we're about, what was it, like a month away now from Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and Joe has had a face-to-face meeting with Triple H at NXT.
Yeah. So
that'll be cool. I'm definitely really excited for that.
what do you
Joe,
think they're going to do with him, really, though? I mean, they've been. It's kind of a thing where they've been.
me and you are both haven't been caught up on NXT, so I don't really know what's going on. I know isn't Owens the champion right now?
Yeah.
So I would say Owens is just completely fucking dominant right now, and no one can touch him. And then Joe comes in. That's how I would do it if I was booking.
But then after that, what do you do with him? Like this for them, this has been a thing where it's like it's like you're in high school and you're a freshman, and there's this girl that like you've been after, and you get to your senior year and you finally get to talk to her, get a dance with her, and you're going out with her. That's what it is for the WWE right now. They have been after Joe for years, and they've finally got him. Supposedly,
I think he'll have like a 5-6 month run in TNA before they bring him up.
Or NXT, you mean?
Or in NXT, yeah. I think he'll have like a 5-6 month run and then come up.
All right, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Especially, I mean, people in NXT like he had great matches with in Ring of Honor right now, so.
Because supposedly the WWE writers don't watch anything else. So these WWE writers probably don't know who the hell Samoa Joe is, what he does, what he looks like, or how his work is, how his mic work is. So they probably have to actually see him in NXT and get a feel for, okay, this guy can do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
You know.
It's basically Kevin Owens and Bray Wyatt had a love child.
Yeah, like. Yeah, Joe and Owens like feud could be like amazing.
Yeah, I mean it really could be. I mean, and he'd also have good matches with Bray. He'll have good matches with.
Like that's the thing with Joe is Joe can fight anybody.
Yeah, he really can. He has so many different levels.
He could have a feud with Dolph Ziggler and it would work.
Oh yeah, it would be outstanding.
Yeah, and it would Joe and Zayn, Joe and Neville. It don't matter. Yeah. He could do it.
It'll just be really interesting to see what their big picture is. Because I really fear that they just see Owens and they don't see past Owens. So it'll be really, really interesting if they do, in fact, bring him in.
Which isn't a bad thing because Owens is good too.
Oh yeah, he's great. But it's just to me, it's like a lot of times they have their mind set on getting someone, and once they finally get someone, then it's like they go through that awkward phase of they don't know what to do with him after the initial month. And then you have to deal with like hiccups for like 6 months to a year, and then you can reinvent them a little bit. And it's like at this point, Joe doesn't have that. Like he's older, he doesn't have that time.
Yeah. Well, my biggest fear for Joe is because WWE didn't make him, he's not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
Because they have never let anybody they didn't make on their own like really succeed.
And they're not even gonna call him Joe, are they? They're not even gonna call him Samoa Joe. Probably it'll just be like Joe.
And now coming to the ring, Joe.
Yeah, like I literally that was like for one name names. I really can see them calling him just Joe.
Maybe they'll get his manager to be Blue Pants from NXT.
Oh my God! Did it do? Did it do?
Joe in Blue Pants.
Oh man!
Blue Pants is gonna kill you.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, that's a good way to end it. Oh man.
Maybe you could get a clip of a big cast doing that song, and that'll be our entrance music for the show.
I think I'm gonna do that. I really do. Oh well, everyone, it was great that we're finally back. And we're getting back to stay. I still have hopes of doing YouTube, and we are going to be on some of the main podcast networks. So check us out, retweet us, whatever. We need to get this going.
Yeah, you need to give them the hashtag names and the Twitter names.
Yeah, right? Twitter is still at the Rope Break. And as long as
YouTube, the Rope Break.
Yeah, everything is at the Rope Break. Like we got everything of at the Rope Break, so that's awesome. But so watch the pay-per-view this weekend. Next week we will discuss it, and we'll go into more details on surroundings of the professional wrestling world.
Alrighty, sounds good. All right, see you guys later.
Later.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This a maniac is gonna step on who